Hey, my name's Mike Avename. We're at my drum studio here in Los Angeles, California. I've toured and recorded with a bunch of artists like Scott Weiland, Emblem 3, Zella Day, Reese Maston, the McClimates, and a bunch of other cool artists like that. We're going to be going over a bunch of the AKG mics that are awesome for recording drums. So as overheads, we're using the new C314s, and then we're going to use some classic mics like the C451B and also the D12 VR. Now, everything that you're going to hear has no processing, so no EQ, no compression, everything's raw, and let's get into it. So we're going to start with the D12 VR. Now, it's called VR because it's a vintage reissue of the famous D12 that was used in all the huge recording studios and still is. It has the original C414 transformer that they used, but what makes this different is that it's a dynamic mic as well as phantom power now. So with phantom power active, you get a bunch of different EQ curves. So on the green setting, you're getting a low boost. On the pink setting, you get a vintage sound with a mid dip. And on the blue setting, you're getting the mid dip, the low boost, and the high boost. So really what you need to do is, depending on what kick drum you have, you got to move it around and try and see which one works best for you. So you're essentially getting 4 mics in one. Now we're going to listen to what they sound like. So now we're going to go over the C451B. This mic is the exact same acoustic behavior as the original C451EB. For this video, I've chosen to use it on snare top and ride cymbal, but it's also really famous for being used on hi-hats or snare bottom, also XY overhead. You just got to try it and see what works best for you. When you're recording drums with this mic, you got to be careful because it's really sensitive. So it has a pad, so I have it at -20, and it also has a roll-off in case you want to remove some stuff, but I'm not using that, so let's check out what it sounds like. So now we got the C314. This is a new mic from AKG. It uses the same capsule as the C414 XLS. It has 4 polar patterns. You got super cardioid, cardioid, omni, and figure 8. Now you can really use these in any application. They sound great on snare drum. They're amazing on toms. You can use it on your kick, but I love using them for the overheads. I generally use them in cardioid for the overheads. So let's check out what that sounds like. Okay, so now that we've checked out all of the settings and what they sound like, I just wanted to give you a quick example of what I think works best for what I've been doing recently. I just finished doing the X Factor Australia winner's record. His name is Reese Maston. And I used a bunch of kick drums on that session, and I tried all the settings on the D12 VR and mostly kept going back to the blues setting because it gave me the most modern rock punch. As far as the 314s and the 451s, they just stayed in cardioid, and I used them pretty much on most of the tracks. So here's an example of what that format sounds like. Hopefully you got a good idea of what these AKG mics sound like. Any one of these mics is an awesome addition to your studio, so thanks again for watching.